Very happy I could be with you here tonight as Michael Buffer receives one of the Voice Arts Awards' highest honors for voice artistry, the Voice Arts Icon Award. When you consider that the Icon Award has been awarded to people like James Earl Jones, William Shatner, and Keith David in the past, you need to understand the great company in which Michael will now find himself. And that company is most well-deserved. He has made 5 little English language words his very own. Let's get ready to rumble. I don't know if I have to pay him a fee for actually saying that here at this spot, but I think he'll probably let me have one freebie. Own is the operative word because those 5 words truly embody the sound and the spirit that are Michael Buffer, and I just want to say it's a thrill to be here to present to him because in addition to being one of the great public figures of our time and someone with whom I have worked closely together in close proximity for 30 years, he's also a tremendously well-rounded human being and one of the best friends that any person could ever have. Michael, congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Home Depot Center, where tonight, an evening of world-class professional prize fighting on HBO Boxing After Dark.
The role of a ring announcer is to introduce the fighters, tell the crowd who won at the end of the night. Technically, I'm a performer. I present things in a certain way. That's my job.
And now, 2 undefeated KO sluggers. Somebody's has got to go.
If it's a big fight, Michael Buffer needs to be the ring announcer. People are expecting when Manny Pacquiao gets in the ring or Floyd Mayweather gets in the ring that Michael Buffer's going to be there and he's going to say, let's get ready to rumble.
Let's get ready to rumble. That's an awesome feeling. That was the quintessential fight horn.
10 rounds in the junior welterweight division.
It gets your whole mojo going. Everything's like, oh.
In order for an event to be big, whether it's in Europe or in Asia, you had to have Michael Buffer being the ring announcer.
I remember just loving those moments as a kid watching Johnny Addy on my black and white TV would introduce Rocky Marciano or Sugar Ray Robinson to come up into the ring, and they would come up and go like this and shake hands with the fighters. I thought that was like really cool. So when I started doing this, I enjoyed recreating something that I always enjoyed as a kid. Back in '83, I was trying to find a hook, like Gentlemen Start Your Engines. Everybody knows the race is about to begin.
As I recall, Michael had a different introduction tagline for every fight.
I tried fasten your seatbelts. It didn't feel right. It didn't have any reaction.
They lost it when they heard, let's get ready to rumble. They know it was on. That voice, let's get ready to rumble. You know, it's just international.
And fighting out of the blue corner, wearing turquoise with silver and black, the undefeated Mike Mahal.
When it's a big fight, you feel it, you enjoy it. It's kind of fun to be a part of that big event and the fireworks. Pretty much, it's go time after that. Step out, sit down, and Christine and I sit there and enjoy the show.
He's a student of the sport of boxing. He really knows his boxing. I mean, he knows good matches, he knows good fights, he knows what may not be a good fight.
There's been many times where I find myself with tears in my eyes from joy, but more times from like really feeling the pain of what I've just seen in the ring. Everything that they've trained for and prepared for, and all their skills, or in some cases just fighting a guy with more skill but more heart and desire to win at that moment, and that's what you want to see. I mean, you live for moments like that.
official time of the stoppage, here's Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6.5 rounds of perhaps the greatest fighting you will ever see, it finally comes to an end. 157, round 7, the winner by TKO victory, Brandon Rio.
Win number 31, but a win unlike any other.
You know, people say there's nothing like a heavyweight championship fight, the excitement, the electricity. When you get to that moment where he's been given the cue, it lets you know you're at a major event. This is going to be exciting, and now we're ready to do it.
He's transcended ring announcing now because there's never been an announcer like him. This is still, right to this day, this is still Michael Buffer's era.
He remains the face of boxing, the greatest ring announcer in the history of the sport, and he has a lot more years ahead of him.
If I know that I can set the stage for two fighters to really come out and have a great fight, to me that's exciting, that's fun, it's a great job.
And now, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Ladies and gentlemen, the man with the most distinctive signature phrase in the culture, Michael Buffer.
Thank you, Jim. To receive an award like this, it's one thing, but to be introduced by Jim Lampley is another. Jim and I have known each other for 30 years and change, and if I may say without prejudice, he is without a doubt one of the elite sports, news, and entertainment broadcasts in the history of all media. And Jim, I'm proud to have you as a friend, and I love you dearly. Thank you very much.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm really thrilled and honored and humbled to be receiving this prestigious award tonight. You know, when I first started announcing boxing 35 years ago, I never dreamed I'd be receiving any recognition for it. To be honest, I felt really lucky just to have a free seat at the fights. And I've always been a fan of the voice arts for as long as I can remember, growing up, watching those Warner Brothers Looney Tune cartoons and just loving the voice of Mel Blanc, the great Mel Blanc with all those. And of course he was on the Jack Benny shows, radio and TV, and I just loved the way he would do all those characters. And so as a kid, I thought my dream job would be voice acting. I loved to dazzle my friends and family with impersonations and sound effects. And I probably drove them a little crazy, but they were encouraging, and bless their hearts. As a young man, I dreamed of radio work, and I feel so blessed to have stumbled on a career that has allowed me to live my passion by using my voice. I want to thank the Society of Voice Arts and Sciences and its founders, Rudy Gaskin and Joan Baker. Thank you very much. And their continued effort in support of the voice arts, I'm really, really humbled by their recognition tonight. And I also want to thank Mr. Bob Arum, a good friend and my employer for many, many years now, from Top Rank Boxing, for giving a Philly fight fan a chance of a lifetime. I want to thank my brother, who's also my business partner and manager, Bruce Buffer, and his support for the last 20 years plus. And I want to thank Ralph and Lil Huber, who took an 11-month-old baby into their house without receiving a dime, and never let him leave the place for his entire childhood growing up. And in spite of me being the classroom clown and one pain in the ass teenager, they gave me their love and support and to their final days, and I love them for that. And my wife, Christine, for coming into my life and making me a better person and being the perfect reason for me to love and embrace every day as the best day of my life. Thank you, everybody, and I hope all of you have many, many great days just like I do. And once again, thank you, SOVAS, and thank you for this wonderful award. And just one more thing. If I may, for the rest of the program, for all the fans here in attendance, the thousands here and the millions around the world who wish they could be here, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!